What up, peeps? Here we are on a Sunday, back as we always are, 8 o'clock here in Texas and 6 o'clock there in California. So we're a little bit late today because we got caught up with the excitement of all of the stuff that's happening on TV with our Olympic team, etc. So here we are, and we're going to talk a little bit about our USA team, how they represented us really well. And as we all know, we led in all of the medals. 126.
Yeah, we got
China
like
had
120, yeah.
91.
And we're
And
tied with China for 40.
yeah, for just for the gold. But our total medals is that we got 126 and they ended up with 91. So
Right, exactly.
they took over the entire package deal. So that's a good representation. And tell me a little bit more what you know about the Olympics thing that's going on, Mike.
Just wanted to say what's up to everybody. Sorry about the delay, but hey, sometimes that's what happens. First of all, man, I just want to talk. I know you're in peak week. Just saying how you feeling right now. How's it going? How you feeling?
I feel good. I don't want to talk to no motherfuckers out there. So if y'all want to get off the channel right now, y'all can. No, actually, I feel pretty good, man. I'm not one of those people who get all caught up in how tired they are and feeling sorry for themselves and angry and talking about they're hungry. If you're hungry, then you're not training properly. Tired, I can understand that. But I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and it's all mental at this point. And as you know, peak week right now, I'm just eating fucking chicken and fats of some sort. Most of the time, it's guacamole or avocado or something. But that's what I will be doing up until Friday morning. Right now, my weight has come down a lot. I feel really good now. I am at 227 this morning. So that's my check-in weight right there. But, I'm still drinking tons of water. So when I drop my water Thursday, that hopefully, I run about 220, 221. Then I'll carb up and go on stage at about 225, 226. So that's my ultimate task right now.
And there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So now we know that Rob's into his peak week. He told you a little bit about it. I just want to talk about, first of all, man, Olympics, our gymnastics team, man, that did really well. But there was some controversy behind that. I want to talk about that. Simone Biles, man, came out, did her thing as she always does. And then her husband, who's a football player, plays with the Bears, was wearing her medals. And it was a backlash talking about, they start calling him Mr. Simone Biles and not giving him credit. And, they really were talking bad about the brother. And I'm like, here's a young man that maybe he might have even given up his career to go out there because they said he could go, but you know how football is. Camp it's been a while, he comes back. He could make the team. He might not make the team. There's always no guarantees, as well as because you know that as well as I do. And to me, to support his wife like that, man, was fantastic to be there cheering her on. But you had a lot of people out there, male and female, man, kind of bashing him, man. What you think about that?
Well, I always say when people have time to talk about you, that means you're doing something important. Exactly, yeah. Right? And so if it's something that's not in their way of dealing with the relationship, husband and wife, team, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be, is that people have negative stuff to say. So when they see you doing something positive and supportive, they think that's taboo. And most of those, the people who are complaining like that, I guarantee you, the people who are complaining have not once supported their partner.
Exactly.
And anything. And if they think that this guy is Mr. Simone Biles, okay, fine. He know who his last name is. He know who last name she will have. So, the bottom line is that haters are going to hate. And those people out there who got something to say, man, I'm telling you, it's like a windshield wiper bug on the windshield. You just turn the windshield wipers on, flip them right off, and keep on going, man.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I'm like, man, I'm like you said, man, people ain't got nothing else to do, man. It's like, man, hey, I know if my significant other wants some gold medals, I'm wearing them.
Yeah,
just to see, I'm like, hey, I'm putting them on. So I'll be
That's an
whatever they.
honor.
I'll be whatever they want to be. Hey, all I know is he got Simone Biles and some gold medals.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I would say, well, at least she's coming home with me. You know what I mean? I just end it that way. She's coming home with me, so I'm okay with that. I'll be Mr. Simone Bowles. Absolutely.
Okay, now let's step into the basketball arena. All right, both of our teams, they did well. They both brought them to goal. But let's talk about the women today. They played today, and they were in a hostile environment because they played France. And hey, the Olympics was in France, so it was a hometown thing. So you got the referees and everything else going. We pulled it out, but the only reason it didn't go into overtime, the girl made the basket, but her foot was on the line, so it didn't count as 3. So that's how we won by 1. What do you think about that, Rob?
Well, that's called game of inches. That's all it was, right? Game of inches. And I think it's always nice when you're playing against someone at their hometown, because the pressure is not on you, it's on them. And so you're just balling and you're doing what you got to do and you're having fun. And every big thing that you do is a lot larger than a normal time if you was at home, because people are like going, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. My team is letting us down, or whatever the case may be. So I just feel as though being in someone else's house and you beat them in their house, that's better than beating them at your own house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the women have been beating people by, a tremendous amount of points. But people don't realize when it's not a 7-game series like that, and it's one game, and you may be a little off, and the other team is on, anything can happen. And people saw that today. That was their most competitive game, I think, since 2004. Right. So for the women, hats off to you guys winning that gold medal. Hey, that was on the last side of the game too.
Yeah.
And the men also won a gold medal, and they're not the final, but the game leading up to that, man, that's probably one of the best games I've watched.
I did watch that one.
Did you see that one?
I did see that one.
We were down by 17 points, man.
Thank God for Curry.
Hey, and them old guys, you can talk with people can say what they want to say, but if it wasn't for them old guys, we wouldn't have that gold medal.
No, man. No, and that kid Curry just come in there and get those 36 points right there, whatever he got there towards the end of the fourth
36, quarter. It was 36.
Yeah. So he did what he had to do, and it's so strange for me. I mean, I love basketball. I love the Lakers, of course, but I'm not a guy who can sit here and tell you all of the different things that takes place in the game. But it just seems really odd when you see guys who like playing for San Antonio, they playing for Dallas, they playing for all these teams, and then you see them representing their country playing against their own peeps in a sense.
Exactly.
Man. It's got to be an intense moment, but yet fun moment, because they kind of know each other really well. So,
and the thing is, man, people don't realize when you look at some of these teams that play, in the Olympics, some of these teams have 5 starters that may play or start in the NBA. You look at some of those teams, man, and I think the reason why the USA is so strong is because we have more depth. Because when you look at Serbia's starting 5, their starting 5 was dangerous. France is a little bit away because they don't have they're missing some guards and stuff like that. That's what they need. But Wembanyama, man, he kept them in the game for a while. But Serbia, man, they got guys that play in the NBA and that start in the NBA. They just didn't have the depth that the Americans had, and I think that's what not only the old guys and the old heads that know how to play Olympic basketball, but know how to win. Come back and not panic. But it'll be interesting as we go, man. Because those old heads is LeBron. I'm pretty sure he's not playing next one. KD said he don't know. Steph said he don't know because that's 4 years away from now, man. So some of these
it's like Simone Bowles said. She put in an article. She stated that it's really not a good thing when people come ask us what we're going to do after we win a goal or whatever it may be, because they don't get a chance to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's like, let us enjoy this moment. You got 4 years to ask us this question. You know what I mean? Who knows what injuries or retirement or whatever the case may be may come into play. And when people are already asking you what you're going to do in 4 years, it kind of takes away from the moment, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
Exactly.
yeah,
But hats off to them. So
yeah.
now we're going to track and field, and this is probably the first time when I was really invested in watching the track and field, because I went to the Olympic trials, and I
Uh,
watched and I saw all the events. So I watched all the events basically, at home. I would sit
right.
here, man, for like at night with my son for 4 hours. Say, yeah, man, I talked to that person, and I watched the 20,000 meters, all them long races, all that. We watched them because I
Mm-hmm.
had, it seemed like I was more invested because I was there, and
Yes.
man, we did well in track and field. We had a lot of medals, but we did have some controversy. Noah Lyles won the 100. He was fastest man, fastest human. But then all of a sudden, the 200 came up. He didn't look like he did before, and then we found out he had COVID.
Yeah. It's you know, it's like in any other sport. It's hard to tell an athlete not to go when they believe they can go, even though they're sick. They still going to push themselves
Mhm.
because they just have that internal drive to give it their all, no matter what level they are. Like I said, if I'm not laying flat on my back, put me in the game. And I did read where a bunch of people was like, well, that's the coach's fault. That's the league, somebody's fault, etc. Because of all this stuff is happening, and they letting these people go out and run because he could have died, etc. But the big story is that that's in every sport.
Right,
That's in every sport. You can
right.
have a guy playing football that has a damn 102 fever, and he's out there with all that equipment on, giving it his all.
Right.
So it's just it's very difficult when you have all these people who come on and talk
And I
about
don't know, have you had COVID before?
no.
Okay, so I've had it twice. And the first time I had it was when COVID first came out, and it was really bad. And for me, my respect level went up for him even more for him running, because you can't. I don't see how you could. You see, they had to carry him out, give him oxygen at the end. You
Yeah,
can't breathe. I
yeah,
couldn't, Robert. I couldn't walk from my house to the next house without stopping, because that's how the airflow and it affects you. And
yeah.
for him, and I know we're further advanced than we were in 2020 with medication and everything, but you can tell, man, when he was laying on the ground, he
He was
was
hurting.
he was hurting, and he was hurt.
Yeah,
And for him to still win the bronze medal, man, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah. I know. It's like I said, if you got a good athlete, he's better than most at 50%. So, he just happened to be one of those guys that was able to push himself past that mental state, number one, and decided that when he put his foot in those blocks, that he was going to give it 100%, whether he fell 50 yards into it or right at
Right.
the finish line, he was going to give it all he had. And, like I said, like you just stated, hats off to him. And it goes to prove what type of not athlete he is, what type of man he is, that he will give 100% no matter what's going on. And you can only appreciate that. I think the biggest upset moment for me watching it is watching the USA team run up on each other when they're trying to hand off a
And
baton,
the
man.
the 4x100 relays,
Yeah,
we haven't medaled in over 20 some years, and that's, to me, that's just impossible. And the reason why is because of what you're saying. the they have to fix that. Every other country has fixed it. um they have relay camps prior to the Olympics, prior to big meets. They practice. With the USA, they say, okay, we'll pick the four fast. Sometimes the four fastest people is not going to win your relay. It's
yeah,
the four people in the best positions that can make the baton exchange the best.
right.
Um, and I don't know if Noah Lyles was the anchor when I heard he was going to be the anchor, but why would you mix it up when should just put the person that replaced him in
Last, yeah,
last?
yeah,
And
in the
and to
spot.
me, that what you're I think the coaches were doing too much. And I don't know how much say the athletes have, but when you saw it, man, it was just horrible. And we had a
Yeah.
good start. The guy that ran first was the one that should have been running first. Um, but I don't know. You know, I just don't think they were invested in it the way they should have been to win that
Right.
medal. In the 4x1, the women's handoffs weren't great, but they were good enough to win. You
Yeah.
know, so
That kid, what's her name? Charia. Charia. The
oh, the one that won the 100.
Yeah, no. What's our American girl that has the long fingernails in the hair? What's her name? Charia. Sorry, America, I can't remember her name, but
Yeah, you throwing me off now. I
you
know
know
you.
what I mean? Yeah, but anyways, did you notice when she was finishing the race how she looked to her right to see who was there and kind
Right,
of stared at him and kept on going?
right. She
Yeah,
got him back
yeah.
for
I
the
just call her
100.
Miss. I just call her Miss Attitude.
Yeah,
You know, she has the attitude, and I think every athlete should have an attitude, but it should be a control attitude. And I don't know. I think she's a. You guys can hate me out there, but I'll comment. But she's a sore loser. She lost for the first time in 100, and she didn't even show up for the previews. No one really know why she didn't show up, but she didn't show up, and so it only leaves the speculation for us that it was because of an attitude problem, that she was upset that she didn't
right.
win. I don't know, but that's where I'm taking it because they talked about it for a while and then they let it go. But I just think they want to move on with the Olympics and not
Yeah,
let one person down it out.
right. Because
Yeah,
we had something like you said, when one person stopped the show. But yeah, and that was a big moment for the USA to win that. But our other relays, man, whew, the women's 4x400 was crazy, and everybody was wondering, well, how come they didn't have Sydney run last? You saw why they didn't, because you saw
yeah,
the lead. You saw the lead she gave. They gave the USA when she
yeah,
ran second. Your first
yeah,
leg, to me, your first leg in that race is the hardest one because you got to stay in your lane,
yeah,
and then the next one you got to stay in lane and then move over. Who better to do it than her? You
yeah,
saw what the rest of them had to do
yeah,
after that, man.
yeah,
Man, I remember when she was 16 years old and she made the Olympics and she made the finals. When she was at 16, she was like, she didn't finish, but
yeah,
she ran. That's how good she is, and she's a
yeah,
phenom. And man, and the thing is, I like about her, man, she gives all her credit to God, man. And when she's on the podium and everything, man, she's like, hey, I can't do nothing without God and everything. And I really, her humbleness,
yeah,
because she's a superstar. I mean, I'm pretty sure the next Olympics, if she does go to the next one, she's gonna run the 400 meters. She won't do the hurdles, or she'll do both because she's a 400. She can run. I think she can break the record in the 400 meters because she was close to doing it before.
all right. Guess it just takes a little practice and time, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Hello, Dalen and Kate from Cat from Florida and QC. Thanks for the birthday wishes, brother. Everything's going well. 63 was good to me. I still feel 36. So, so I'm gonna let that be, and I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Hey,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna mess your
yeah,
flow up, man. I know it's
yeah, I
60.
know. Yeah, man. And if I yarn for any reason, people out there, you gotta understand what a brother's going through right now. But I'm not gonna whine about it. But woo-wee, I'm not taking in any energy food right now, and that's where I'm at. So yeah, man. I just think that our basketball squads has more power than any other country in a sense. So it seemed to always pull that out on top. What do you think about all of these new type of um, opportunities for dancers and handball and all these different things, man? It just seems like they're creating stuff
They're creating
to
stuff,
to have
man.
a bigger
And
game, to have a bigger game. Yeah,
I'm old school, and I was watching the break dancing.
uh-huh.
I know that's the new Olympic sport, but I was like, man, how do they judge it? And two, man, I don't want to talk about Australia, but anyway, I did.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
I
don't know
think
what they,
that
I don't know
that
what
was
she
a
was doing, but hey, more power to her. She made the Olympics, and she was out
yeah.
there on the thing doing her thing.
Yeah, I just think
So
that's not and when a country bids, you got to put them in. So they just gave their best. They gave their best, and even people in the audience, you can see was kind of going, "What the hell is going on here?" Like it was a punk moment. Like you just got punked in the Olympics or some shit like that. I
and
don't
the
know.
dude that was up there, because they was like, I guess they would always have somebody going against you.
Yeah,
He
it's
was
standing there.
trying to be cool, but it was like, what in the world
Yeah,
are you doing? Are you doing?
yeah.
But yeah, they
He
got
looked like he
all these.
got hit with a stun gun. You know what I mean?
I was like, man, I might have been able to roll around a little bit better than that. But anyway,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That was pretty wild,
but
man.
they do
It'll
have
be
sports. They do have, and I think they're gonna have some more new sports come back. Because softball and baseball, they took them out. And
yeah.
I want to say softball may be coming back in the next one. But hey, my hats off also. We can't forget the USA women's soccer team.
That's
Dennis
right.
Rodman's daughter, man, is going to be the face of soccer for years to come.
Was
The
that her with was that Dennis Rodman's daughter, the three girls that were being interviewed?
hmm
Okay.
she was the first pick in the draft for the, in soccer in America. And
Okay.
she's young. But yeah, she's awesome, man. She's the one. She's the face of the of soccer coming up, because she held it down, and then I forgot the lady's name on the team that they played. Like, that was her idol. She held
Oh,
and you sit in and score. She held them down, man. She's awesome. She's an awesome athlete, man.
yeah.
My hat's off to her, man, and the USA Women's Olympic team, because
Yeah.
to win soccer in the
Yeah.
Olympics, and the World Cup and stuff could be coming around. We'll be strong in the women's soccer. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Our volleyball girls got it handed to them a little bit with Italy, but other than that, everybody else did as expected, I think.
Yeah, I
In a
think that,
sense.
like I said, in the track and field, we won quite a few medals, more than I think they
Swim team too. That swim team, both men and women, killed it. Those guys killed it.
Yeah, we killed the medals, man, and all of those things, man. My hat's off to all of those athletes. To me, I always tell my son, I said, you know what, man, I wouldn't want to be the one that finished fourth by a hair in the Olympics, because I'd rather finish last. But my hat's off to all Olympians, because, hey, to get there, especially on the United States team and USA, that's the hardest team to ever make. And we talked about that before. And my hat's off to all of you guys, man, who participated representing the country, because I know it's not easy. We know it's not easy doing what you're doing, and have that kind of dedication when your main event is only every 4 years.
Yeah, and especially the younger kids that in the gymnast side of things, they leave their homes. They leave their homes for all that time and go to private schools and do all that stuff, and don't even be around their family all that time. And that's a serious growth period for a young kid to go, and that's all they know is that for 4 years in a sense. And I always wonder, like, what would their social life be like after it's all over? You know what I mean? Because they don't get a chance to experience the high school and the school and all that stuff. I mean, they get a chance to go to college, but most of the young kids, man, they get taken out like when they're 8, 9 years old, and they're
in order to be like that, especially, like you said, the gymnast. Now the two track people, the Quincy, I don't know the young lady's name. They both go to the same high school in Maryland. And they both said, I can't believe, and they both won gold medals in the 4x400 because they both did run. And in the prelims, in the heats. They said, can't believe in 2 weeks we got to go back to school. Think about their summer, man, how their summer went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, reality check.
They go back to school, they ain't sitting in class. And they go to regular school, they just sit in class like everybody else. That's crazy.
That is crazy. And then but what's really cool about it is that they'll represent their high school teams in track.
Right,
and they're
exactly.
Olympic runners.
Exactly.
So I mean, they were like,
and it's crazy. And they're both from the same high school. That's crazy.
yeah, that's
Because you
awesome.
saw them represent, you saw how the high school was representing and watching them.
Yeah. That was
And
awesome.
to have two Olympic athletes that are that young at your high school, that's almost unheard of.
Yeah, it's amazing that it's just, you know, as a watcher of the sports, of all of the things that take place, it's just amazing to me, the talent and the things that these people can do. I mean, it's just that iron cross stuff where they're standing like this and they're on those cables, I mean, like, what the hell, man? That's
Yeah,
upper
I don't know
body
how to do
strength
that.
like
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, speaking of that, now here are kids, pound for pound is probably the strongest people in the world, right? I mean, far as that type of activity. And they do this every day. Every day they're doing it over and over and over and over. So when it comes to training, lifting weights, etc., everyone says, "Oh, I need to take an off day." Now, I'm beginning to believe, and I'm going to try it in my off season, that you can train a body part every day. You can train a body part every day. And recovery time, if you're eating and you're sleeping and you're getting all your fluids and stuff in you, you should be able to do that without having any injuries. Because most people, me included, will say, take that 48-hour break in between, let those muscles recover.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can see that how that affects people who lift really, really heavy, like heavy shit. But people like Lolo, me, who's doing about 200, 250, stuff like that, I should be able to go and do that shit every day and get growth from it if I'm eating. Look at the average jailhouse guy, prison guy, however you want to look at it. They do push-ups, dips, sit-ups,
every day,
water bags every day. And they come out looking like they're the most fit people you ever met in your life.
Exactly.
Right? So people out there who are listening, find a weak body part that you have and just try it for 90 days. I love 90 days because I believe you can change your body anywhere you want to in 90 days. Try for 90 days by training a body part, doing what you normally do, but just do it every day. A little bit of it every day and see what happens. Because I'm going to try it. And I'm going to see what happens to me because my goal is to go and win these 3 shows, qualify for the Master Nationals next year, the Masters Olympia next year. See, I'm low on carbs. I'm not thinking.
Hey, we're supposed to get out of here in a minute, Rob.
Yeah, just hang in there. Just hang in there. I'm trying to just get through this.
When you see him go to the side, there's nothing there. We just gonna cut off people.
As soon as I go like this here, you can stop, right? So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna try it. And if anybody out there got any opinions, once again, as we always say, please subscribe and comment on what we're talking about. But try that one body part that's your weakest body part. See how you can develop it in 90 days by doing it every day. Because every gymnast do it, every swimmer do it, every power lifters, they all are doing the same shit every day.
And the thing is, Rob, I've done it because I told you when I did my shoulder, and I did it before with some other body parts. I would maybe not go. I would go straight, maybe 3 or 4 days straight on the same body part. But when I had my shoulder replaced, I couldn't do nothing else but legs.
Right.
So from May to August, I did legs 6 days a week with our cardio in there.
Yeah.
My legs looked the best they ever looked.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm kind of guy, man. I don't know why everybody's always like, well, I'm the kind of guy, man. I'm gonna wear sweats. I wear long shorts, but at that time, I was showing my legs because, man, I had splits in them, and I wasn't, and I was eating decent. I wasn't eating 100%, but I was eating decent. I was getting rest because think about it, I had to rest because my shoulder. So I would just get up in the morning, man, go to the gym, hit my legs. Once I start going, and they were helping me put the plates on for me on whatever. I was doing squats, leg presses, lunges, all that stuff, man, with a sling on for, like I said, May. It was May, June, July, August.
Yeah.
Every day.
Only thing I would add to that is that, of course, people, if you get sore, then of course take a day off. But I'm just saying, if you're going through a normal regimen and you're just working your legs, you don't feel like anything is so sore where you can barely stand up, just try it. I'm gonna try it too. So interesting. Anyways, I was thinking of that when I saw that, and I was like, these guys do this every day.
Every day. Yep. Same
Every
thing.
day. And it's just eating and recovery, eating and recovery, eating and keep doing it. Wake up and do it again. So yeah, very, very interesting topic. But one of these days we'll talk about it in whole to see how
exactly.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that you've done that. I never done that ever. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
All right. With that being said,
yeah,
we're gonna let you What you compete Saturday, Rob?
I compete Saturday. I get on an airplane on Thursday, head out to Florida. Dalen and Kate. I want to say Kate, but I'm gonna say Kat. Dalen and Kat. I'm coming to your city. And but yeah, I go to Fort Walton, Florida, leave out on Thursday, leave here on Thursday, get that Thursday afternoon. And then I'll just chill and kick back, and I have my normal meals. And then on Friday, it all starts where I start to carb up, because right now I have zero carbs. I'm feeling flat, all the things that comes along with that. But I know the results when I start eating is to fill up like a sponge, and then I kind of go from there. But that's when I do it, brother. Yeah.
All right, cool. So let them know, Rob. I know you're rebranding, and I saw some of the videos. So let them know how to reach you and where you at now.
Yeah, so I'm still the legend at Robert Johnson Training. You can also go to Ageless Protocol. My Ageless Protocol Instagram, it will be more videos of me talking to you and telling you things that I'm doing. No sell pitches, nothing like that. It's just sharing my way and my thoughts. Today, I put out a 9-minute video, and it's all about what we kind of touched on in our last Sunday thing was peak week. But I kind of go more in detail about it and how I actually go about doing it and why we do it, and the results from it, and also the different phases that other people may go through. But, it's just something that if you're looking for knowledge and you're looking for, just want to hear something different, that someone who's going to not blow smoke, just going to truly tell you from my own experiences, that you might want to check the channel out and share with people, and then that's how we move forward. But right here, where we really want you guys to pay attention to us at, and tell your friends about us, and just make sure that they subscribe and comment to some of the old stuff we got and to some of the new stuff, and just be a part of us. And you got anything that's coming across, it's always nice to have regular visitors. Now we got QC who's been showing up, and that's kind of cool to see you, brother. And we will all continue to do what we do, man. But that's where I'm at.
Yeah, you can reach me at House of Darkness Fitness on Instagram, Big Darkness 59 on Instagram, YouTube, Big Darkness 59. Get out there, like Rob says, when we put our videos out, like, subscribe, and share it. Like I said, we'll have some guests coming up. Believe it or not, somebody shared one of our videos. The next thing you know, they met with the person that we had that was on our guest, and now now they have a business, the same kind of business, and it's doing well. So you never know, man, who you might help, who you might touch by sharing our videos with somebody. That's why I always ask everybody, if you just share it with one person and that one person shares it with somebody else, we'll continue to grow, and we'll continue to get our knowledge out there. Because like you said, we're just two guys, man, that have a lot of experience, and we want everybody to be healthy and fit. And that's all we talk about, and that's what we do. Like he says, there's no holds bars. We'll talk about anything. So if you guys got some questions out there you want to hit us up with, hit us up, man, in the comments and stuff like that. But like I said, my hat's off to you, my brother, man. Like I said, I'm your biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? So go out there and kill it, and
yeah, man.
we'll see how you feeling on Sunday. because I know sometimes, man, that body gets so tired, man. After show.
Yeah,
So we'll,
I'll be
we'll
definitely
let
hollering out at you. I'll be definitely hollering out at you though. You're my contact, so I'll
got
keep
you.
you posted, and then we probably do a Zoom from there or something,
You
and then
got
just
it.
kind of do a stream you from there and kind of share everybody what we're doing. But some form of fashion, you hear from me, and we'll talk about it. We might do a late show on Saturday, people, after it's all over with. You
There
never
you
know,
go.
Mike, and I'll be
There,
right there and
there you
telling
go.
you the results.
There you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
yeah,
All right, my brother, man. Hey, best wishes to you. Safe travels
yeah,
also as well.
yeah.
With that being said, we're out of here.
Peace.